If you were passing by a playground NYC, you may mistake it for a heap of junk. It's filled with hammers, nails, saws, and kids playing with all of it. This adventure playground is the first in New York in decades, and the idea is to allow children to take real risks without their parents taking control. CBSN took a closer look at the junk playground on Governor's Island.
The simplest way to describe what an adventure playground is just to say that it's a junkyard for children. Children implicitly understand that junk has no value to adults. They know that they can take ownership over it, and that way they can break it, they can bend it, they can paint it, they can leave it out in the rain, they can destroy it.
In regular playgrounds, there's slides, ladders, sand pits. But over here, there's lots of stuff you can build with, tires, bits of wood, hammers, saws. It just felt different. Everyone's just up and going.
Okay, Maya, you may go in. You know, of all places, New York City, which is so overmanaged, so overprotected, this is something we desperately need here. Our dream is that it goes out and we can be a model for other people to start adventure playgrounds. It's the kind of place where kids could just go there on their own after school and play. That's the dream.
The origin was originally the absence of playgrounds because of the Second World War. The UK had many bombed out cities, so right after the war, those bombed sites were places where kids were hanging out and making use of the rubble.
Studies have proven that conventional playgrounds typically have more injuries because they don't feel that they can get injured. Whereas on an adventure playground, kids understand that they need to be safe.
Want to use this? After he's done, you can use it. They come in and they're all confused and they don't want to talk to you, but then eventually they have to because they need the help and their parents aren't here. And just having them open up and like, okay, you're a cool adult. You're gonna let me saw this. You're gonna let me nail this. I just need a little direction.
I was leaning over telling them where to find the tools, but then I noticed I was standing right in front of a sign that said, "Don't give advice." So then I followed that and let them figure it out for themselves.
There are an awful lot of parents who are aware that something's been lost, that their childhood was very different than their kids' childhood.
It can look like Grand Central Station at rush hour. When you're observing kids on an adventure playground, oftentimes it can just look like, oh, what's happening? But if you actually stop and observe and see the skills that they're learning, the discoveries they're making, and the things that they're doing, you realize that it's so rich, there's so much going on, but you just need to stop and pause and observe any one given kid for a little while. It's subtle.
Great story right here in our backyard in New York City. Our thanks to CBSN digital associate Anisha Nandi. That was a great piece that she shot and reported on.